So this is the 4K versus Blu-ray review for The Watchmen. I love this film. This is actually, I probably mentioned before, along with Guardians of the Galaxy, my favorite superhero films. Because back in the day I used to collect comic books, and if you've ever read Frank Miller's Dark Knight trilogy, or I can't remember if there's 3 or 4 comics in that set, but Batman vs. Superman is kind of loosely based on it. I still contend that if they took those comic books and made a movie the way Zack Snyder had done with 300, which was also done by Frank Miller, and tried to make it shot for shot, it would be the best Batman film ever. The Watchmen back in the day was also a very adult comic book. I remember picking it up, flipping through it, saying, I don't know who any of these characters are, and the story seems kind of adult, but I'm going to give it a chance. And I bought the whole series as it came out, and it's one of the best films I've ever seen. This is the ultimate cut, so it includes the Tales from the Black Freighter also cut into it, which was in the comic books. The regular version of this film doesn't have the Tales from the Black Freighter in it. So this film altogether now is 3 hours and 35 minutes long. So it's a long go, but it's definitely worth it. So many elements that make this film great, from great drama to psychological thriller to sci-fi to fantasy to great sort of comic book hero action. If you haven't seen The Watchmen, it's definitely a must-see. You will love this film, and I can tell you the transfer is spectacular. The sound is incredible. It doesn't have an Atmos track from what I saw on the back of the case, but it's always sounded good. The Blu-ray looks good, but again, I can see a little bit of the pixel structure. I noticed though when I watched, if I look at one of my videos through my camera or through my laptop, you can't really see what I'm talking about. They look the same. So go to a store, do something, look at it with your own eyes. So what I'm going to start out with here though is the Blu-ray version. So let's just take a look at that.
A token funeral is held. There is nothing to bury. Janie frames the snapshot. It's the only photograph of me anyone
Very
has.
good looking transfer. Oh, sorry, this is the Blu-ray. It's a very good looking Blu-ray. Always has been.
Fence. A few days later, a partially muscled skeleton stands in the hallway and screams for a moment before vanishing.
Okay. So now we're going to take a look at the 4K version, of course.
I feel fear for the last time.
Now I can only really describe to you what I see with my own eyes, sitting here viewing it, versus what my camera is picking up.
There is nothing to
But the picture, like with most 4K, is so much cleaner, which is why it's great for larger displays. The colors are brighter. There's more variation in the blue when I'm looking at the sort of his, his skeleton and his nervous system. All of this is very clean, whereas with the Blu-ray, it almost looks like grain. I know it's not grain, but it almost appeared that way. It's just a better picture. So, Watchmen, I think it's a classic. To me, this is like the Shawshank Redemption of superhero movies. I would give it as a story, as a film, a 5. Picture quality, this is one of the best I've seen, so I would give it 4.5.
John?
And as a audio, 4.55.
Nations around the world still
Depends on the kind of setup you have. It sounds amazing at 7.1. This movie is perfection to me. I swear by this movie.
And he is American.
I hope if you don't own it, you pick it up. If you do own it and you've seen it, I hope you pick it up. Definitely a must-own for your collection. Great film. Great film.
They explain the name has been chosen for the ominous associations it will raise in America's enemies.
Hope this helps. Let me know what you think.
The marketing boys say I need a logo.
Let me know if you're going to pick it up. Let me know what you thought of the movie if you have seen it. And have an incredible day.